Today we are going to learn about that OSPF configuration, how to configure OSPF into 48 firewall. Along with there is a redistribution. Okay, so what will be our concept? That just a minute. Epic. Okay, so what is our main agenda of the day? So you guys are able to see the screen properly, Krishna,
Yes,
Rajesh.
yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to explain about this. Okay, so this is our this 192.168.2.0 is a part of area 0, okay, which is mentioned as area 0. And we are going to configure OSPF. So you guys are aware about the OSPF. So OSPF is a completely area based routing protocol, right? And this 1.0 series will be a part of our area 1. This 3.0 series will become a part of our area 3. Not this one. Let me check entire from here. Okay, from here completely part of our area 3. This will become a part of our area 4, the 4.0. This will become a part of our area 2, okay, which is in R1. This is in R2, and these are the all are in Eigrp 100. These all are in R4, and it's part of router 4. Okay, so we will configure OSPF. Okay, we'll configure OSPF and Eigrp also here. We'll configure Eigrp and OSPF here. Okay, so let's begin the configuration. So so R1, R2, R3, and R4 I already took that, right? So let's begin from the R1. Enable configuration terminal interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0 IP address 192.168.1.1.1.2. Just a minute. What is I am already having the configuration, the basic configuration. So R1, this will be our 1.2. What is in our 1.2, right? So I need to change the IP address here. Instead of 1.1, I will change it to 1.2. Okay, so done here. Our IP configuration we can so paste it here. The basic configuration is done. What is in R2? In R2 we are having a 2.2, and what is here? And 2.1. So I'm just making it a 2.2. Okay, basic configuration. Okay, just assigning the IP address into interfaces. What is this? Okay, the command is not perfect. R2 done. In the same way, R3 we are having a 3.2. So here we will use R3 3.2. Just do this. Okay. Now R3.
He is not copied, Mesh.
Again it make trouble. Now R4 we are having R4 at 4.1, right? Not 4.2. So 4.2 we can change here as a 4.2. So here we just need to copy and paste it here. Paste it. Right? Now you can check OSPF configuration. We are having a router. We can keep router OSPF 100, router ID 1.1.1, interface first standard 0 by 0. IP OSPF area 100 area 1. Area 1 will become part of area no of 1, oh, sorry, 100. And exit and interface range loopback 1 to 5. Whatever that we are having into loopback 1 to 5, okay, that will become a part of our area 2. Okay, got it? This will
Yes,
become
sir.
part of our 100. This will become part of our area 2. Okay, this will be a part of area 2. So just copy and paste it here. Krishna, are you getting the point?
Yes, Mahesh.
Router OSPF 100. Okay, then the router ID we given 1.1.1. Interface the 0 by 0. I'm just calling interface 0 by 0 in the OSPF area 1. Okay, OSPF 100 area 1. So this 0 by 0 will become a part of area 1. Okay, and the range 1 to 5 loopback, whatever we are having. Okay, interface range loopback 1 to 5. I'm calling it in IP OSPF 100 area 2. Okay, done. In the same way, we are having another configuration too in R2. R2 we are having it will become part of OSPF 100 only. Area 0, this is area 0, and we are having Eigrp. Okay, so I'm just going to copy and doing this configuration into R2.
In R2, why are you using EIGRP?
I'll show you. It is very important. Okay,
Okay.
redistribution. Do you know about the redistribution?
No, no, no.
I'll show you. Then your question will be
Yeah.
clear automatically. Okay, R3. R3 is done. Okay, R4 also done. R4 we are also having a EIGRP. Okay, are you getting my point?
Yes.
So we are having, okay. So now we are what we are going to do. What we are going to do, Lakshmi. Today we are going to configure about OSPF, okay, and netting also we'll do tonight. So this batch will be is almost done, like near to your VPN, okay. So just join and revise this concept. So this is our R1, R2, R3, and R4 is done. Now we need to configure a firewall. Take a console of the firewall, send the name firewall, admin, double enter admin and admin. So system interface. So system interface. So 192.168.159 136, right? 136 received by the port number 1. So we can use this and we can take in GUI. Okay, later we will do. First I am just going. Please mute yourself. So what is the configuration in CLI mode to assign the IP address? So here configuration, config system interface, edit port number 2, set mode static, set set mode static, set IP 192.168.1.1/24 1.1/24, set allow access ping. Okay, next edit port number 3, set mode static, set IP 192.168.2.1/24, next set allow access ping. Next edit port number 4, set mode static, set IP 192.168.4.0.1/24. Please mute yourself, Lakshmi, or who is that? I'm unable to see now. Okay, so next, okay, edit port number 4. Okay, and set allow access ping. Next edit port number 5. Lakshmi, okay. Okay, fine now. And R4, R4, R5 set mode static, set mode static, set IP 192.168.4.1/24, set allow access ping. Okay, end. So system interface and the question mark. So what is our IP address into port number 1? 1.2, 1.1, 2.1, 3.1, and the 4.1 configuration is done. Right now we just need to check 136, 192, 168.136. Okay, hit enter. 192, 168, 136, http column. Okay, so admin don't save later. And now, okay, now we came into this interface. So 1.2.3.1 and 4.1, right? This port one always should be a manual. Okay, now get router info, get router info, routing table all. Okay, so port number 1, port number 2, port number 3, and port number 4 IP has been configuration. Now we are going to do that ospf configuration. For that we are having an option to like ospf and create a area id 5.5.5.5. Okay, and here I'm creating an area. So this is area 0. I created area 0, I created area 1. I'm just creating areas here. Area 1, area area 2 is we don't have directly connectivity, right? Area 1, area, then area 3 we are not going to create area 2. Okay, because area this one is our, this area 2 is not directly connected, right? Is it getting now? Area
Yeah.
2 is not directly connected, so we don't need to the in dynamic routing protocol we are advertising only which is directly connected with us, right? Area 0, area 1, and area 3, and area 4. Area 4. Then now create new and call that 0 by 0. So net mask. What is that? 192.168 dot. What is that IP? Area 0 will become okay. Area 0 is our 2.0, right? 192.168.2.0/24. Correct?
Yeah.
And 168.2.0/24. Then area 0. Area 0 2.0, correct? The slash 24. Call it here. And here area 1. 192.168.1.0/24.
Oh, got zero.
Now I'll show you something. R1. Okay, and now apply is not in that reason. R1, R2, and here R3, 192.168.3.0/24. Area 4, 192.168.4.0/24. Okay, apply. Once you apply it, the neighborship will be start establishing. Okay, I'm getting that message in R1. We started getting, right. The neighborship agency process 100 neighborship 5.5.5 is a net loading to the full indent, right? In the same way, R2 also will receive the same message, R3 also receive the same message, R4 also will receive the same message. Clear? So if I show you, so IP route OSPF. So what are the inter areas? 30 is advertised, right? 30 is a part of our router 3. 4 dot is advertised, 2 dot is advertised, 3 dot advertised, correct? 30 advertised, and the 4 dot advertised, right, in R1. 3 2 4, this 3, this 3, this 4, 3 4 and 2, these are all are advertised, right? but 172.20 and 172.40 is still missing, correct? Are you getting my point? Here in R2 also, if you check, so IP interface, so IP route, OSPF. So here only 30 has been advertised, 413, right? Correct now? So in the same way, if you check into this device, get router info, a routing table, all right? So only 30 is there, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4 is there, correct? Get router info routing table OSPF. So if you check, the 30 is advertised, okay, only by the routing 30 only advertised, rest are indirectly connected, C means directly connected, correct? So why this 20 and 40 we configured like here, Jerp, you asked me question, right? So I'm just going to explain you these things. This is in a different routing protocol, this is in a different routing protocol. So that is the reason they are not going to exchange their routing table with the OSPF, correct? Correct.
Yes.
So how we can do that? Then we need to, tell this router to do a what redistribution. Okay, so the command will be r in r2 router ospf 100, because this is a part of ospf. Okay, I'm just going to tell my router to that you are having, um, that eigrp routing also, that you can replace here configuration terminal. Okay, now I'm just calling to this, my I'm telling to my router one, router ospf 100 redistribute eigrp 100. I'm I'm calling to my OSPF, telling to OSPF the redistribute EIGRP 100 subnets, okay, into the OSPF. Then in the same way I need to do in R4 also, correct? In R4 we need to do the same thing. Enable configuration terminal. I'm again telling to my R4 to redistribute. Then here R4 is done, R2 is done. Okay, now you can check in the routing table of this OSPF. Now 20 is come. 20 is coming from that E2, right? 20 and 40 also came into this OSPF. E2 means these are a redistributed network. Okay, Krishna, your doubt is clear.
Yes, Vash.
So IP route OSPF. Here also in R1 we receive the 20, 10, 20, 30, 40. Everything is received. R2 also will get so IP route OSPF. We received all this thing. In R3 also enable so IP route OSPF. All has been all has been shared, right? So IP route OSPF. But still this 10 is missing. If you see, right? Still 10 is missing. It will not
Exactly,
show the
Vash.
40 because this is on their own network, right? 40 will not show into their routing table because this is in their own network. Only the advertised network will
Yeah.
show into this R4, correct? So
Yes.
why this 10 is missing here? In everywhere, here 10 is missing, correct? Is it missing or not?
Yes.
So why it is happening? So is it, this is our part, this is directly connected with area 0. This is our area 0, right? We redistributed this eigrp network into this spf, correct? This is in a part of area 1, this is in part of area 3, this is in a part of area 4, this is in a part of our area 4, and redistributed this network into ospf, correct? So when, as we know, like in ospf every network must be connected with the area 0, right? It should be directly connected with area 0. But if you check, this area 2 is not directly connected, right, with the area 0, not connected, correct? So if it is not connected, then they should not exchange their routing table, correct?
Yes.
So for that, we need to create one virtual link from R1 to a firewall. Okay, because we cannot directly connect here, right? Through this physically connectivity, this is not possible. When the physically connectivity is not possible, then in this kind of scenario we can just configure a virtual link within this firewall and this router in between. Okay, is it clear? If it is
Yes.
clear, then I will continue.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So in R1, because this is an area 2 is in part of R1, right? I'll tell my R1 to just do a route configuration terminal router OSPF 100 area 1. I'm telling to area 1 virtual link with the 5.5.5.5. I'm telling my area 1 that you should connect virtual link with the 5.5.5. Okay, done. In the same way, I'll tell to my this firewall as well. This is possible in CLI mode only. Okay, this virtual link is possible into CLI mode only because there is no other virtual link option is not available into this. Okay, virtual link option is you cannot get it into the GUI mode. So I ordered by R1 or this area 2 to the create a virtual link with the area no the router ID 5, right? In the same way, I'll tell to my firewall also that you should also create one virtual link with whom with whom 1.1.1.1, right? Config router OSPF. So command is a config router OSPF config area edit 1 dot edit 0.0.0.1, correct? Config virtual link with edit. I need to give some name. I'm just giving here for R1. Okay, for R1 set peer 1.1.1.1, done. End. Okay, end. Now you can check in R2. Wait some time. First we need to check here. Get router info, routing table, OSPF. So 10 is also advertised, correct? 10, 20, 30, and 40 has been advertised, correct now? Guys, is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the way how you're going to configure OSPF and how you're going to redistribute your indirectly network, or we can say different network, or how you can create a virtual link with the OSPF. Clear now? Now we wanted to establish the communication in between. So for that, as usual, we need to create one policy, multiple interface policy. Done. Apply security and firewall policy. Create new all to all from 2345 to 2345. Correct. Source all, destination all, and services all, and OK. Then now if you ask to the RO to establish the communication in between ping 172.20.1.1, so though they are able to reach means this 1.2 is able to reach with the 172.20.1. Okay, in the same way they can reach to each other. If you wanted to establish the this one default routing, then you can go here and static route, create a default routing, and just queue ip 192.168.3.1 will be a gateway. Sorry, 3.2 will be a gateway by using a port number 4, and just configure one. Check the interface of r3. R3 is just considered as internet. So ip interface brief, so 1.1 is not there, so configuration in terminal interface loopback 1, not loopback 1, loopback 100. I'm creating any loopback ip address, loopback 100 ip address 1.1.1.1 255.255.255.0. And now we created default routing, and if you tell to this router or this firewall first to ping the, now check that ospf, without ospf, let me check, get router info, routing table all. So default routing has been configured here. So this firewall can reach to the internet. Execute ping 1.1.1.1. Correct. So we are able to reach from the firewall. But are we able to reach from ping 1.1.1.1? We are not able to reach, right? As a user, we are not able to access the firewall because the static default routing is not enabled here in the OSPF. So redistribute static we should to enable. We should enable. Now apply here. It was not there, so IP route. So IP route OSPF. So the default route is not there now, right? Wait for some time. The default route will be exchanged from this firewall. Then we will get an once we get a default route. So IP route. So okay. Once we get a default route, we will be able to access the internet as well. Okay. So default route applies done or not? Just a minute. So IP route. We need to configure the default routing here. If you configure, by the way, they should configure router configuration terminal router IP route 0.0.0.0 and 0.0.0.0 to whom it will send to 1.1. So 192.168.1.1, right? Now you can ping 1.1.1.1 ping 1.1.1.1. So we are able to access. But this firewall can redistribute this. Okay, the OSPF we can you can do a manual configuration as well as we can also enable from the firewall. Okay, so what we did, we created OSPF configuration, we did the redistribution, we did the virtual link, we did the virtual link, as well as we created a policy, and we created a default route towards internet. Clear? Is it done? So I need to stop this. So in today's session, what we get to know about this OSPF. Now we are going to do the net introduction. Okay. So with this same video, then tomorrow we will do the net practice. Okay, and user net practice and the user authentication will done by tomorrow, and that tomorrow itself we can do that side to side VPN introduction as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to explain about that netting. Okay, what is a net? Okay, so can I stop this video here?
Yes, sir. Great. Yes,
Okay, then I'm going to stop this.